Now in this video, I want to use these keyed dependency injections in the property injection and the method injection. How do we do that? Okay, so first let's try the property way. So remember, we have to create that public I gift service. That's the gift service, and we have to use the setter and the getter also. I can use this from gift service attribute directly over here. Now you can notice that here we are getting a problem. Let's see what this is. If I go inside this FromKeyedService attribute, here you can notice that this is the main class. This was the constructor over here. And here you can notice the use case of this attribute. We can use this attribute only on the parameter. This is not allowed on the property. Now, because we cannot use this FromKeyedService on the properties, let's try it with the method injection directly. So I'm gonna cut it this time, and over here in this first get, let's use it like this, and here I'm writing the name is going to be this gift service over here like this. Let's remove this property from here, and in the second one let's use this same line again because both of these methods are using it. Put a comma over here, and that's it. So this time what I'm having, the first two methods, these are using this FromKeyedService directly in the method, which is the method injection, and the last two methods, they are still using the constructor way. We can also use them in the method only. Let's cut it from here like this, and over here paste it like this. I'm gonna paste it again, put a comma, format the data, and that's it. So see, we don't have anything now in our controller. What we have, we are having four methods. The first two methods are still using the old gift service. The last two methods are still using the new online gift service, but this time we are using the method injection and we are resolving the dependency by using this FromKeyedService. This is because we are using the keyed dependency injection, and I'm expecting that you will use some good names over here. So with that expectation, let's run this application and see how this will work this time. Just running the application again in the debugger mode. It is working over here on the same 5230 port. Refresh this page, see what will happen. The first one, let's use the second one to add the data. Try it out, and 100, pass any number over here, execute. We are in this unhandled exception. So I did a mistake over here. Instead of using this interface, I was using that class over here. Let's debug this application again and see how this will work. Okay, so this is the app. Refresh this page and send gift. Click over here. Let's see the data. I'm going to add the proper data over here. Execute. You can notice that we are hitting the proper gift service controller. There we are. Perfect. You can notice that we are hitting this proper add gift method. Perfect. We have added the data. If I want to get it, click on it, try it out. You can notice that still we are hitting the same get gift method. Continue. Here we are getting the data. This is because we are registering that service using the singleton method. Perfect. Now the same we can test over here, this second also. Click on this, try it out, add any data, execute. We are hitting this online gift service. Really nice. Go back over here, get the online gifts, click here, execute this button. You can notice we are still getting the data. If I go back to my program.cs class, and over here, remember that we were having some other ways to add this dependency injection over here. So this time you can use that approach using the new service descriptor. You can pass this unique key over here. And if you want to try that, let's do it. First, let's stop this application. So what I'm doing over here is builder.services.add method. So this time let's pass the instance of this service descriptor. So over here I can pass the type of my gift service like this, and this time I have to pass this key as well. So where this key was supported, let's see that. For that we have to go inside this service descriptor, and here it is. So the second parameter is that service key. So here is the second parameter. Let's use that service one, a comma over here, and let's comment this first line. So it means the first service we are registering by using this new service descriptor approach. And over here we are using this scope, so make sure to use the singleton over here because we are focusing on singleton in this video. So the changes are done. Let's run this application again in the debug mode over here for the proper testing. The app is working 5230 port. Let's just open the Swagger. There we are. So the first two endpoints are using that new way. Try it out. Click on this button. See, we are getting the proper data over here. It is done. If I get the data, try it out, execute it, you can notice that we are getting the proper data. So this is the approach that you can use to test your endpoint by using the add keyed singleton. That is all in this video. I hope the concept is clear. Thank you for watching.